afternoon.
No doubt delighted that you have your new man, Savio. Tell us, you've obviously admired him for a long time. Why were you still desperate to bring him in, and where do you feel you can improve him as a player? And just tell us about the name change as well, because you even got it wrong, didn't you, in the intro video?
Innanzitutto il nome, non l'avevi chiamato in maniera sbagliata perché è Savio, no?
The most important is not call Matistel with Savino. Savio, understand I speaking with him.
Volevo chiederti che è stato un corteggiamento lungo, no, per Savio, quindi sei contentissimo di averlo.
Yeah.
In cosa pensi di poterlo migliorare?
But I think if you analyze the last season, I think as attackers, in attack position, we need players capable to win one-to-one, to create something, to create chance to score. It's not a score goal, but in terms of one-to-one, is one of the best player, especially because it's 2004. He can play in the right side, in left side. I know him from a long time in Brighton. I spoke with him when he went in City. He's a big player for us. He's a big senior.
You mentioned maybe the goal scoring isn't quite where it needs to be. Are you the man that can apply that kind of magic finishing touch to make him a truly great Premier League player?
I don't know if I'm the right man, but for sure is an improvement he has to achieve. I think that the players so good in one-to-one, so good in to create a chance to score, to be complete, he has to score. If you analyze the other best winger in the world, many of them they score 10, 15 goals per season, and he has the qualities, maybe his habits. He has to change habits because he has to be focused on the assistance, on the one-to-one dribbling, and also to score. Because we have to increase the numbers of the chance to score and the number of goals. You become top team scoring more goals.
And how close are you to bringing another attacker in? There are reports that maybe one of his teammates might be having a medical today. Can you update us on where you are with the pursuit of another attacker to add to your ranks?
Quanto sei vicino a portare nella tua squadra un altro del reparto offensivo? Ci sono dei rumors che dicono addirittura che un suo ex compagno potrebbe...
I don't know, it's not right to speak with the other players in the other teams. I think it's a crazy market, especially when the season started. No, we are in already close to the second game in Premier League, but we have to adapt these rules, and we accept these rules. I think we are working very well in the transfer market. I don't know if some player leaves or not, some player comes or not, but in this moment I think we are working very well. And I just to speak before your question about the defeat of Brentford, I think we could play better, much better. We could do much better than we did. By the end, in our plan is different Tottenham, no? I'm calm for that.
Just a bit of team news before we finish. Is Savio, as we have to call him, Savio. Is he available for you? How are we with Van der Ven, the rest of the guys that didn't make the weekend?
Van der Ven comes on the bench, Pedro Porro comes on the bench, Solanke is available to play, to start the game. Savio, I don't know. I don't know if he's ready to play, if everything is good to play or to come on the bench. But are great news, Pedro Porro inside and Mickey van de Ven inside of the squad.
And any others back that weren't available? Because you had quite a lot that weren't available, weren't you? I'm just trying to check we didn't miss any.
Qualcun altro che è a disposizione magari ne hai dimenticato qualcuno.
No, because Kudus is not ready yet. Madison he suffered a small injury on the shoulder. No, I think I good memory.
Ale.
Roberto, you said on the tour that you're kind of a shark when you want to get a player in the transfer window. But obviously, with Savio, he's been your plan A, you said, but it's taken quite a long time in the window. How do you stay patient when it's someone that you want so much?
Come fai a rimanere paziente quando uno che vuoi per così tanto
I'm not
tempo?
patient. I have not patience, but I have to expect because we start the negotiation with for Savio 1 week or 3 days after the Everton game, and for many reasons we arrived in the last week of August to close Savio. But I think you can close other players, but if you want the height level, the height quality of the players, is right also to wait something more than normal player.
Is that maybe a difference at the club now? It is waiting for the right player rather than just going for a plan B or a plan C?
No, normally we always have a plan B, plan C, but the players are not like the smartphone. They are different personality, different experience, different characteristic, different potential also, because 2004 Savio is great also for the club, because I'm working for the club. Don't forget, I'm working for the club. All these players, they are not playing for the coach. They go to play for Tottenham, and the Tottenham is more important than the coaches, the players, and everything. So the policy of the club is clear, and now we have to be good, like we have done to close this window for transfer market.
Speaking of young players for the future as well, could we see Luca Williams-Barnett tomorrow, maybe?
He comes on the bench. Listen, my idea was to play with him a part of the second half in Brentford. Unfortunately, it was not the right moment to put him on the bench, but I can't forget the young players. I have big respect for the academy, and it's a right, no gift, but it's right also for them. They deserve to have satisfaction from their players, the young players, and is a potential big players for the club, first of all.
Okay. Hi, Roberto.
Hi.
Did you speak to Xavi about his time playing with Savio at PSV, and if so, what did he tell you?
They are very close as a friend. They are two big players. I love this type of players. Xavi, I think, in the future become very important for this club.
Thank you. Andy Robertson made his official debut on Saturday. I also wanted to know, what does he offer away from the pitch and in the dressing room as well?
Listen, I have a very good relationship with Andy. I think he's playing well. Normally after a long time in the same club and Liverpool, it's not so easy for him to understand the environment, the new city, the new dressing room, the new coach, the new people inside, because the training ground is like home for the players. It's like family, And to change family or to change the training ground, dressing room is not so fast, to understand. But we have a great. I believe in him as a player, as a guy. I want he show his personality. We need his mentality as a winner, because we have to get used to winning games and games and games, and we have to change habits in the last 2 seasons.
Final one from me. I just wondered, have you spoken to Lucas Bergvall after Saturday's performance, and if so, what did you say to him?
No, I hugged him, and I said he already knows he didn't play a great game, but this game for Bergvall, for Gray, for Matisse Tell, also for Mikey Moore, are the right step to become better and better. Because you want the young players on the pitch, yes, but the young players, they have not experience. What is the experience? To explain the experience, you have to pass through these days, this type of games, and you have to lose, or you have to be stronger the next time you play one game in the same of Brentford. But it's a normal step. Maybe 1 or 2 together is better than 4 together. But I know the reason, because Betancourt came the first week of August, Matisse Fernandez suffered an injury, Pedro Porro is injury, it was injury Brentford game, but altogether is tough as a game. But when I said I'm calm and I'm positive, is not because the coach has to say is positive. No, because it's not the Tottenham true yet. We have to find the condition to become team quickly, and we started the project right now, not last season. Last season we fought to stay up, and this season is started, and to become better is not like this. Maybe, I hope, I want, I'm working for that, but to become team is different. We have to work in the connection, in the relationships, in the style of play, to find a soul as a team, and we didn't show nothing of this characteristic Saturday.
I'll finish this section with George, please.
Hi, Roberto. Dominic Solanke's had a lot of fitness problems since you were here, since before you were here. But how important can he be for you if he can get fit and if he can rediscover?
He's another important player, but we stay up with Richarlison last season, and Richarlison also, I love him, but he has to play much better than Brentford. In Brentford, every one of us, we made mistakes, we wrong the game. Me as a first, always. But for us, the number 10, especially when the opponent defend man to man, we need the striker keep the ball, defend the ball, and give us the time to go up. But Solanke is another very important player.
And how much do you view and value important the cups are to the fans?
Carabao,
Che valore dare alla competizione?
for me, is like Premier League. We are not in the condition to make difference. There is a game, we have to play well, and we have to use to winning the game, the matches. And matches, not match. Matches 1, 2, 3, 4. We have to change the mood. We can, yes, we can because we already did last season 6 games, 3 win, 2 draw, and 1 defeat in Chelsea in the last 6. And I heard last season we can't win the game because the last game we won was in December. Yes, I know, and I think also the environment has to change this. The players, the people inside has to change this mentality, and is a challenge. When I said we have to become team, I'm speaking about this because the quality of the players we had already in Brentford enough for sure to play much better and to do much better. I don't know to win, but to do much better. Archie Gray, JP Van Eyck, Senesi and Robertson, Tonali, Luca Bergval, Gallagher, Richarlison, Matistel, I think are good players, all of them.
And just finally, you had the Hoffenheim game at the stadium, but the last big important game at the stadium was the Everton match. You go there back tomorrow. At the end of the Everton match, there was a scene where you're looking into the fans, they're singing. I just wondered what was going through your mind at that point once you kept the club up, and what was you thinking at that moment looking at the sort of big South Stand and all the fans singing?
Al torni allo stadio c'è un'immagine nella partita contro l'Everton a fine partita quando tu guardi verso la curva dei tifosi, è un'immagine che ti è rimasta impressa, vuoi che questo venga ripetuto?
Oh no, I have great memories about all last season. 6 games, 7 games, but very, 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 very important for me. And I remember very well everything. And I'm working now, keeping in my head what I felt last season, because anyway I came without responsibility for what they did before. But if we relegate last season, in this moment anyway, I would work in Tottenham. For that, I think now is a big opportunity for us, for me. But I think when we are the Tottenham through with the characteristic I said, I think we can do something special.
Roberto, you said on Friday that you really like dealing with pressure. When you came in, given the point of the season and where Tottenham were, there was a lot of pressure on you and Tottenham because a club of that size shouldn't be getting relegated. But now you're in a very different situation. The club has spent a lot of money, and everyone's talked about not having European football and how good that could be, just having one game most weeks. Do you embrace the fact that that is a very different type of pressure, almost an immediate change?
Tu sei uno che la persona hai detto che la gestisci bene, no? Adesso è una persona differente rispetto alla scorsa stagione perché adesso hai speso molti soldi sul mercato e in più hai una stagione davanti senza coppe europee e quindi volevo chiederti se è un tipo di pressione diverso quello che hai quest'anno.
No, I feel pressure from the first day I working in football because I put pressure on myself. I don't feel pressure for the transfer market. If I can, I want to spend more money again without problems because the other teams They don't spend nothing different than money. No, I feel pressure because I'm working in one of the best club in the world, and I would like to help this club to compete to win the titles. Just it. I don't know this season. I don't know next season, but at the end is my big target, personal target, because club, they didn't ask me nothing, just to compete, just to work well. But I think we have nothing less the other big club in Premier League. Especially now, in my time, I can't say before than me, but now we are moving very well in the transfer market, and why not? I can't understand why not Tottenham can compete with Liverpool, with Manchester City, with Chelsea, with Arsenal. I don't understand why Tottenham can't spend the same money than Chelsea, Liverpool. Explain me, because I'm not so smart to understand.
How often do you speak with your staff and with your players about changing mentality? Because you just mentioned it there. You spoke about Andy Robertson, for example, and what he can bring. He has experience of winning game after game. That's what you
Bravo.
want to bring. How
Exactly.
often do you speak to people about that?
Exactly, with this type of the players, for sure, and becoming teams, because together we are stronger than alone. And I think is a process, yes, and the process is not so fast. Is tough, because sometimes it seems to be in a better position, and then you understand maybe you have to work again, but it's a process like the big teams have done in the past. I don't want to speak about the other teams; it's not correct, but if you look the Premier League in the last 10 years, Chelsea, for example, because they won last season the World Cup competition, the Club World Cup. At the beginning, they spent 2-3 seasons to become team. No, I think we can do for sure faster. But anyway, we have to work hard, everyone together, and to stay focused and clear with the head. No, if we lose one game, we distract everything, or if we win, we are good enough to compete and to win the Premier League. No, it's not like this. We have to keep the balance, and to know that the journey will be longer. But maybe with the qualities of the players, with our club, our fans, we can reduce the time.
Can you give us an example to help us understand what you mean when you say the environment has to change? An example of what is not right?
Ci puoi dare un esempio quando tu parli che deve cambiare l'ambiente?
No, the mentality of the players, because anyway, after 2 seasons like this, I would like to win 5 games in a row. 5 games in a row, you are changing the habits, no? The environment of the team group, not the environment of and the team group is the medical staff, the physical staff, my staff, because I think we are maybe not right now, but in a few weeks I think we are ready to win 3, 4, 5 games in a row. like we did last season. Last season, Brighton, we lost 2 points in extra time. We won in Wolverhampton. In Villa, we won in Villa. We didn't win with Leeds, but the game was more to win than to lose. Well, 4 games in a row. And at the beginning, it seemed like we couldn't be enough to win just 1 game.
May I also ask about Tonali? After Brentford, you said Tonali, Van Heck, and Senesi not in the right physical condition. Now, why is Tonali in that group when he has been with you all summer and did not do the World Cup? Is there a reason?
No, yes, but because at the beginning in Australia, we played every 3 days, and the trip was 25-26 hours, and the day after we couldn't work in the right condition to push. When we came here, we didn't work immediately because there was the friendly game with Getafe. In the last 2 weeks, they came the players from the World Cup, and we work in different situations. But I think he needs more time, like JP. By the end, it was the game, because if you consider the game with Hoffenheim, Tonali played very well 1 week before.
Roberto, it sounds like you don't want to ask for time, and yet everybody knows you need time. Is that quite a difficult reality? Is that like a difficult balance for you?
Yes, it's football. It's football. Maybe last season was tougher challenge to stay up than this season, I think.
Why do you say that?
No, I can't ask time, because in football there is no time. You have to play, and you have to make results from the beginning. But the most important is working in the best way and improving week by week. And then I think we have the qualities to win some game. Also at the beginning of the Premier League.
It sounds like last season, or 7 games last season, gives you a lot of reassurance and a lot of confidence that when Saturday happened, obviously a terrible result, but it feels like you've got a lot of confidence from last season that you can move on from that pretty quickly.
Yes, I think, and I said to the players, we last season in a worse situation. Anyway, we show character, we show balls, we show pride, we show the qualities of the players, and I think now we have to stay calm and to analyze better the situation, not too emotional reaction is not good now. Now we have to be intelligent, no?
Okay, we'll go Rob and then finish with James, please.
Why has Savio changed his name?
I don't know. I don't know.
Did you know he was changing his name?
Sapevi che aveva cambiato nome, Savio?
Listen, I lost 3-0 the first game in Premier League. Do you think for me is a problem if Savio or if Enrico becomes Savio is a problem? But if Savio stay Savio, nothing changed for me.
From the outside, it feels like a fresh start, a new start. Would you agree?
Da fuori sembra qualcosa di nuovo, no? Qui che sta succedendo. Sei d'accordo?
I think so. Now is not the best week to speak after the defeat, but I'm excited to stay here and to be the Tottenham coach. I'm looking forward to close the transfer market without problems, without injuries. I want to fight with the players when I have to send them, some of them on the stand. My fault, my responsibility, no problem. And I would like, looking forward to play well with the squad I sognato in passato, I dreamt in the last 2-3 months.
Just finally from me, you've been back.
Clear?
Yes.
Ah.
The owners have backed you. They've given you the money. There's Mamouche potentially, we'll see, but there's money there they're spending. It's your team now, isn't it? It's your team now, Roberto.
Ci sono soldi da spendere probabilmente.
No, I don't know. I don't know. You have to speak with Johan. I don't decide the players. You have to speak with the board, and it's not correct speaking about other players of other clubs.
Finish James, please.
Roberto, hi. On Savio, you mentioned that some of the top wingers in the world score 10 goals, 15 goals a season. Savio has played 52 Premier League games. Admittedly, a lot of those were substitute appearances, but has only scored 2 goals so far. What attributes, what qualities do you see in him that convince you that he can elevate his production?
Hey, listen, I'm working football from a long time. I think to understand, I think to be able to understand the potential of the players, especially for these players. I was a player, I played in the same position of Savio. He's different player in one-to-one. And we have to be good, so good to complete the qualities of Savio. Because if we are so good to complete the qualities of Savio, we find a top player.
You mentioned also about how important it is to create chances, and through his Premier League career so far, he's got many more assists than goals. What do you like about him as a creative threat? What particular situations do you think he can be dangerous in as a creator?
La sua carriera in Premier League parla che è più un assist man. Qual è la caratteristica più creativa che lui può creare dei problemi alle squadre avversarie?
By one-to-one in open space or in small space, nothing change. I think his job is to make assistant, but also to score. We need goals. We need to increase quickly the numbers of the goals.
A lot of the players that have come in this summer, the Van Hecker, Senesi, Robertson, Tonali, the players who were very regular starters at their former clubs, who would basically pretty much always start if they were fit. But Savio obviously is someone who didn't have that same profile at Man City. He was sometimes on the bench. Is he someone who can become a main man, do you think? Can he nail down a place in the starting team? Be one of those players?
He must become one of the key player. The improvement is to become better as to take more responsibility. Yes, maybe not just Savio, but also the other players. But in football career, you arrive one day, you have to show if you are good enough or not. And for him, he's arrived at that moment, and we are here to help him, to hug him, to give all instruction, all information he needs. By the end, he has to put his face on the pitch like the other players, because his life is our job. Is working, is playing in a big club.
Thank
Thank you very much.